Blessed be, blessed day, my beloveds. What's going on, everybody? So really quickly, one of my neighbors just walked by. Really cool guy, really sweet. Um, but he self-sabotages himself all the time, and he doesn't realize it. And he is somebody that I know works with energy and vibrations, and yet he has not seen this part of his reality of how he's creating it, right? He loves money, loves taking care of family, like really giving, generous person, yet anytime he's in a position to do something that will last long term, somehow he'll sabotage it, whether that's getting into an accident, getting ill, having an emotional tantrum, whatever it may be. Somehow, some way, if he's in a good position, like legally on solid ground, might have potential there, somehow he'll sabotage himself. And there's a reason that there are people like me out here that are coaching, that are trying to help people see these little blind spots, because that's a waste of his time, energy, and money. You know what I mean? Like, this guy can be really, really successful, and he has the potential to do a lot of things, yet one of his blind spots is that he's always self-sabotaging himself, and also not trying to have the awareness of that. It doesn't matter how spiritual you are, how spiritual you claim to be, if you don't have a knowing, understanding, and knowledge and awareness of thyself, like, what are we really doing, right? Like, it doesn't help if what does it say in the Bible? Like, how am I going to call out, the splinter in my brother's eye if I'm not dealing with my own? It's like, we have to deal with our first, right? We have to deal with our own shit. We have to deal with our shortcomings, our fears, our blockages, our patterns of behavior, and see how that's playing out, or how they're being repeated. Is this a cycle that I'm doing? Is this, was this a one and done? Did I learn anything from that lesson? You know what I mean? Because life will repeat itself constantly. This is why I noticed this guy's pattern of self-sabotage, right? Because I'm watching him play out over and over again, this energy. And it's going to keep doing it until we start showing up for ourselves, until we start cycling things differently, until we make different choices, right? Until we have a different perspective. And it's challenging. I'm not going to say that it's easy, sometimes. And, that's why you can work with a person like me who is a coach, because we're on the outside looking in, right? We're standing on the outside. We're not all invested in everything. We don't have, emotions all tied into it or anything. It's just us standing on the outside, watching you, observing you, listening to you, and being like, hey, if you turned the knob over there and maybe cut the lights off down there and close that door, you'd be good. And a lot of times people are like, that's it. And I'm like, that's it. Humans like to complicate shit. It doesn't have to be complicated. Life is not meant to be complicated. Nature is very simple. God is very simple. Things just flow when the time is ready to flow. We need to get into alignment with those timelines. We need to get back into alignment with our true one divine self, and realize that we don't have to struggle. We don't have to bear this cross, right? Jesus already did that. Why are we going backwards? So, take the time today to just sit with your shit, you know what I mean? And I like to analyze my life. What does my relationships look like with my kids? What do my relationships look like platonically? Intimate relationships. What's up with my health? What's up with where I'm living? How's my relationship with my money? You know what I mean? Like, have these different conversations. And then I do that on a scale of 1 to 10, right? And I break it down. Like, 7s or above, I'm pretty good. If there's anything if there's really anything at a 7 or below, though, then that's the area that I need to focus on. And it's one thing at a time, right? I'm not going to try to, like, get a new job and lose weight and move all in the same week, right? Like, that's unrealistic. But I can put resumes out there. I can, put an alert on frickin' Truly or what are those frickin' websites for a new home search, right? I can get off my fucking ass, right? And, like, maybe get up a little half an hour earlier to go for a walk or take the stairs or something like that, right? Little things. But as you work on one area of your life, you'll notice that other areas of your life will start catching up and picking up speed, right? Picking up momentum, because you've shifted your energy, because you've shifted your alignment, because you've shifted your vibration. So take the time today and maybe sit with this, right? Journal it. Like, who am I? Or what do I really want? Or what makes me happy? What brings me joy? you know, and try not to make it about people, but really like what makes your heart happy. And I'm not saying that your children can't make your heart happy, but I'm saying, okay, besides your children and your spouse, what makes you truly happy? Is going for a walk make you happy? Does having a nice meal make you happy? Does going to bed early make you happy, right? Does not dealing with that BS at your job and like, what is it? You know what I mean? Like, I've had to take a lot of stock and a lot of accountability for how I've been showing up in the world and how I show up in my relationships, right? And we're all the bad guy in somebody's story. So once you get past that and get over yourself, right? And then you come back to yourself and be like, okay, well, now that I realize that maybe I messed up over here, I could have did better over there. Cool, you have an awareness of it. Now what? Right? When we know better, we do better. That is the goal. It's not about sitting here in judgment or condemnation. It's about when you know better, you do better. That is all we're trying to do today and every day, right? So take some time today to just sit with your own energy. Take some stock in your life. Look at things. Look at the patterns of things, you know. Are you communicating clearly? Are you being honest with yourself? Do you have people in your life that are being honest with you? Are you speaking words of kindness and love and positivity over yourself? Are you speaking that over the other people in your life, right? What are some acts of self-care that you might be going through, right? Where are maybe some areas that you might have self-sabotaged yourself before, right? Like, sit with it. Get a journal. I'm a big fan of journaling. It's so powerful. It's so powerful. It's so powerful. I will tell you that a million times. And you can go to a dollar store and get a freaking composition book for 99 cents. It's not that serious, so you have no excuse. There's also free journals online. Write it down. Get it out of your body so you can move forward, right? So you can analyze it and move forward and let the shit go. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, that was a lot considering I just saw my neighbor, but I just wanted to share that with you. So anyway, I'm going to go. I love you. God loves you. Angels surround you. And I'll talk to you guys later.